So things were fine in your marriage. You were good, so you thought. But then you found some credit card statements. Is that the first indication that something was...
It's just a representation of our love and the universe around our love.
He was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife.
If this is truth on any level, 3 things can be put together from here that are teachable moments for y'all. Hear me out when I say these 3 things. Number 1 is karma is undefeated.
I got more takes on you too, Alicia Keys. Alicia fraud. Alicia, I'll do anything to not look gay. So I'll steal a woman's husband and separate a family.
Welcome back to your daily dose of scandal and glamour. Alicia Keys might have been singing Girl on Fire, but now she's the one getting burned. And it's all because Swizz Beatz couldn't keep it zipped. Word on the street is, Alicia just left him after finding out he cheated on her again. This time with his sneaky little side chick, who's now allegedly pregnant. Yeah, you read that right. And you know what they say, you lose them the same way you got them. Swizz was still married with kids when Alicia first started messing around with him. Shonda, his ex-wife, wasn't quiet about it either. She went off and dragged Alicia's name through the dirt, calling her out for husband snatching like it was a sport. But Alicia, she didn't flinch.
But this is the thing that I like about the two of you together, because it does feel that you are each other's cheerleaders. But is there ever healthy competition between the two of you?
You know, I would say no, because I feel that one of the things that really works about us is we're very different. Even the style of music is different from my style of music. We complement each other as opposed to kind of ever in each other.
She stood by that man for nearly 10 years thinking she had the prize. Sis thought she tamed the cheater. And now, that same man is out here booed up with someone younger. And it ain't just a fling. He's fully dating her like it's nothing. The whispers, people saying he's about to make it official once his divorce with Alicia is wrapped up. Like marriage official.
It's just a representation of our love and the universe around our love.
He was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife.
Can you imagine? Now karma's biting hard, and folks ain't exactly throwing her a pity party. This whole scandal blew up after paparazzi snapped Alicia looking low-key while out in public. At first, it seemed like she was just running errands. Nothing big. But then, boom! Someone from her own circle decided to get messy and leak the real story behind those pics. Turns out those weren't just caught-off-guard shots. Those photos told on her, and now the whole truth is spiraling out into the open. So get this, the photo that started all the chaos.
He's talking about his relationship with his wife. They've been married 15 years, and he says it's a healthy marriage. And he said what keeps it so healthy is, he said, first, they don't yell at each other. And they said, we've never had an argument.
It was snapped right after Alicia walked out of a divorce lawyer's office. And if you zoom in, you can actually see her clutching what looks like legal paperwork in her hand. Once fans caught that detail, it all clicked. Of course people were gonna talk. I mean, if someone spots a celeb like Alicia Keys walking out of a lawyer's office looking tense, you know the internet's gonna dig up the tea. Let's be real.
So things were fine in your marriage. You were good, so you thought. But then you found some credit card statements. Is that the first indication that something was...
Trying to hide under a black hoodie and a cap? Come on, girl. That disguise wouldn't fool anybody, let alone the paparazzi. You're Alicia Keys. Ain't no way you're walking through the city unnoticed. She should have held that meeting at home instead of thinking she could dodge the headlines like that. Because now, the drama's front and center. And here's the wild part. Swizz cheating on her wasn't some brand new shock. People been whispering for years that he's been up to no good. Let's not forget, Alicia got with him while he was still married to Mashonda. So yeah, cheating? It's not just a mistake, it's a pattern. That man been moving shady since day one. Back in the early days of his thing with Alicia, a woman named Christina Elizabeth came forward with some jaw-dropping claims. She said Swizz was smashing her while he was still with Shonda.
If this is truth on any level, 3 things can be put together from here that are teachable moments for y'all. Hear me out when I say these 3 things. Number 1 is karma is undefeated.
And even after he linked up with Alicia, and she wasn't just running her mouth, she sent a whole statement to the gossip trying to clear her name. She wrote, "I'm only making this statement because I'm being put out there as a liar and I am very embarrassed. I would like to confirm that the rumor about Swizz Beatz cheating on Shonda with me is absolutely true. And it didn't stop there. Christina was ready to tell everything because the truth was way messier than anyone expected. Christina Elizabeth didn't just confirm the affair, she doubled down and added even more heat. She claimed Swizz was texting me even during his marriage to Alicia, and then she tried to clean things up by saying she lost her phone and someone else leaked the messages. Girl, please, that damage was already done. She even admitted that while Swizz kept offering her gifts and trying to spoil her, the only thing she actually took was plane tickets to go see him. Yep, he was flying her out. She called him a wonderful man and said they had a great time and a great relationship, like it was all cute and sweet or something. And of course, she knew Alicia would stand by him and Swizz would deny it all.
I got more takes on you too, Alicia Keys. Alicia fraud. Alicia, I'll do anything to not look gay. So I'll steal a woman's husband and separate a family.
But Christina clearly didn't care. She was tired of being called a liar and wanted to set the record straight. Let's not forget, when Alicia first got involved with Swizz, he was still married. That's why so many people didn't feel sorry for her when it all came crashing down. In their eyes, this was karma knocking hard, and they're not wrong because Alicia knew what time it was. But the person who really got hit the hardest? Shonda, Swizz's ex-wife. At first, Shonda kept it classy and quiet, even though she said she tried multiple times to talk to Alicia woman to woman. For 2 whole years. Can you imagine that? 2 years of trying to fix the damage, only to be ignored. But what finally made Shonda snap? A tweet. Yep, Alicia had the nerve to post something bold like having a heated debate in the studio. Question is, in love, is it better to go for the choice that is smart or the choice that has spark? That tweet lit a fire under Shonda. She was done playing nice. She clapped back with an open letter to her fans, spilling everything. She said, "My concern with Alicia Keys is no longer the fact that she assisted in destroying a family, but that she has the audacity to make these selfish comments about love and wanting to be with someone." And just like that, the gloves came all the way off. Shonda didn't hold back in her open letter. She poured everything out. After staying silent for over a year while Alicia and Swizz played house in the background, she snapped. She said, "Even after knowing our situation, I feel that after 1.5 years of you hiding this affair and acting like it doesn't exist, that now is the time to confront it. Since you talk so openly about it now, you have no idea how much pain I was caused because of this affair." Then came the part that hit the hardest. Shonda wrote directly to Alicia, saying, "If you are reading this, Alicia, let me start by saying, you know what you did, you know the role you played, and you know how you contributed to the ending of my marriage. You know that I asked you to step back and let me handle my family issues that you helped to create. As a woman, I expected so much more from you." She didn't want to go public like this, but that tweet from Alicia, the one about choosing smart love or sparks, was the final straw. "I never had intentions on reaching out to you this way, but after reading your tweet tonight and the constant disregard, you left me no choice." Whew. And just when you think it couldn't get messier, Alicia and Swizz went public with their relationship a month after his divorce was finalized. They didn't even try to let it breathe. The only thing that kept them from flaunting their romance earlier was the fact that he was still legally tied to Shonda. But hold on, it gets even wilder. Sources say Alicia didn't just sit on the sidelines. She allegedly funded Swizz's court fees during the custody battle with Shonda. And it doesn't stop there. She reportedly wrote a letter to the judge, begging for Swizz to be granted full custody of their son. Her reason? She claimed Swizz was more financially capable of taking care of him than Shonda. That's not just petty, that's war. So fast forward to 2018, Shonda popped back up with a whole book called Blend. And yep, she spilled all the tea about Swizz and Alicia's messy affair. But here's the twist. She said she's forgiven them. The book was all about their blended family journey, like everything was sunshine and co-parenting peace. And to top it off, all 3 of them, Alicia, Swizz, and Shonda, sat down for a full interview on Good Morning America like it was some happy ending story. But one person who was not buying that fairy tale? Jaguar Wright. She dragged Alicia publicly and didn't mince her words, called her a straight-up homewrecker. Now, that might sound harsh, but technically, she wasn't lying. Jaguar claimed Alicia had been messing with Swizz way before the public timeline, and even dropped the bomb that Alicia was allegedly creeping into the same house where Swizz lived with Shonda and their son to get her time in. That's cold. And now here we are, history repeating itself. Swizz is reportedly out here again, allegedly getting another woman pregnant. Her identity's still under wraps, but insiders say he's not planning to let her go. In fact, just like what he did with Shonda, he might pop out with this new woman real soon after everything's finalized with Alicia. Sound familiar? And the internet? They're not holding back either. One person said, Alicia Keys was the side chick. She must have forgot, because he was definitely married when they started. Another wrote, Alicia didn't care one bit about Shonda or the pain she caused. She better not expect sympathy now. People are loudly saying that karma came back for Alicia, and it came hard. One comment summed it up best. Karma has finally paid a visit to her address. The writing was on the wall the day she betrayed Shonda. I have zero sympathy for her now. Shonda, meanwhile, is being seen as the one who got her peace and her vindication. But now the question is, what's next? Alicia walked away from Swizz after everything blew up again. But is it really over this time? Or is this just another messy chapter in a never-ending saga? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay in the loop with all the latest. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll catch you in the next video.